Hey there everybody, this is Brett with another comic book review. G.I. Joe Real American Hero, number 32. Once again you see the, we'll talk about the cover here. Once again you see a lot of yellow. For some reason yellow and what they were doing with the cover art really makes everything just stand out. Once again we get to see the Dreadnoks and Zartan signature weapons, and we get to see the show the Dreadnoks, because Dreadnoks are starting to come into their own at this time of the toy line. One thing I like to point out is that Marvel at this time did not flood the market, and especially in their comic books, with Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes was really popular, Storm Shadow was really popular, and they didn't have every issue with Storm Shadow or Snake Eyes in it, or a ninja. They did it really, really well. They knew that the G.I. Joe universe was bigger than these two, and it really shows it off. So, kudos to that, and let's get started. We leave off where Destro, Spirit, Fred, Firefly, Airborne, and Snake Eyes and his Wolf are just moments after the battle. And here comes this mysterious stranger and revives Spirit. And he just happens to see, or not see, Destro firing 2 rockets at him. And he deflects them with ease. And then it turns out to be Softmaster. And he lets him go away. Walk away. And somehow, someway, Firefly and Destro are not even injured in this scene. They're like they didn't even get hit. But Fred did. And we're back at the pit. They're getting ready to do the grand opening. And it turns out that people are noticing that Snake Eyes is on furlough. And then he sent Airborne and Spirit Iron Knife along to keep an eye on him. And Scarlet gets a little upset. I didn't know Airborne and Spirit Iron Knife were keeping tabs on him. Why does Snake Eyes need somebody to keep an eye on him? Legitimate point. As they're carrying Fred down the mountain, this scene here, I'll get into that later. I'll just tell the story right now and then do the review later. And fair enough, they start talking. Airborne says, "Ow, that hurts." Well, you got 2 bullets in there. Soft as they're talking. Some way, somehow, Spirit's shirt becomes white, and in this one it's blue, But Softmaster tells him, why he let him go, why he did this. And then, once again, underneath Springfield, we see Billy, Baroness, and Major Blood rehearse killing Cobra Commander. Back at the mountain, they find Snake Eyes and his wolf in his secret lair. And then they're having a little bit of a heated discussion. Then the Dreadnoks are on the run, so to speak. And they recap what they did in the last issue a little bit. And they're worried that Zartan's a little mad at him. He goes, "No, lads, I'm just concentrating on where we're going." And it turns out that Arco Moving, Abaco, They drive up into the office of Cobra Commander. One star tend to be his private bodyguards. Right there, Storm Shadow is listening in. And Spirit Iron Knife and Softmaster brings Snake Eyes and the Wolf back up. And then Softmaster says let him go. He knows he's the one move among us that can find food and firewood. Firefly and Destro fall asleep, and Fred takes off to go back to finish the job. And finds out that Cobra Commander shows up. Baroness and Major Blood sees who's there, and it just happens to be Storm Shadow. And then Spirit finds his eagle. The bird tells him about the blood trail back at Springfield. Shows how Storm Shadow escapes. And then we find the Firefly and Destro going up against a big, huge grizzly bear who is sleeping back at Snake Eyes' cabin. Fred wants to finish the job. And then, if you want to shoot these men, you'll have to do me first. Makes no difference to me, pal. And Destro, Firefly, and Spirit climb up a tree. And then, just happens that Firefly had to have enough charges to kill 10 of them. Spirit takes the charges away, puts it around the grizzly bear's neck, it blows up. And then the base of the tree blows up the bear and the tree. And then he wants Storm Shadow to be his private bodyguard again. And they talk about, after that, I'll tell you the name of the Hardmaster's murderer. And then you see Destro and Firefly sliding down the mountain hill, sliding off a cliff. And then back at the base camp, Fred died. And tells him that he just died because his vengeance left him, and that was the only thing that was keeping him alive. And then somehow, some way, that chimney doesn't get blown up in the blast. But we'll get into that here in a little bit. I keep jumping ahead of myself. Then you see Firefly and Destro splash into the river. And yes, again, we survive, and others survive too. And back at the pit, we are introduced to Lady J. Lady J and Scarlet don't get along. And they are told that they are permanent assignments to the G.I. Joe team as your replacements. Then you see a carbon copy of Fred shows up to his house. The kids notice that he ain't the real dad. You're not him, but you look like him, but you're not our daddy. I am now. And that's where we leave off. Okay, let's do this. Everything's good and all. Like I said, the chimney is still standing, which I find that hard to believe with a blast that big. Grenaded missiles, he hits them with his ice pick or walking stick, and they just happen to not blow up like a hand grenade. Hard to believe. I see that can happen, you know, Ninja Mask can deflect, but not blowing up behind him. And then Firefly and Destro are uninjured. Go figure. And then Spirit is injured, but yet, you know, you still see him up and about. This is alright. I like this. Here, I don't know. He needs help getting up. Airborne needs to rest, but your Spirit Iron Knife must help me move some timber. What are we building? Something? That just, it's like, really? Come on. He's smarter than that. I mean, I don't know. It just hit a nerve, I guess. Then you see Fred, Destro. I still say it was a disgrace to run. Here is a saboteur. He's not a soldier or anything, knows anything about it, and yet he says it's a disgrace to run. Fred, we didn't win. We might have if we didn't have hampered by this green kid. Destro says that's not fair, Firefly. This guy, I don't know. Talks about honor and all this stuff, but yeah, he's a saboteur. I don't. And then he's a merc. So, go rehashing over all that. Last issue, we see here just laying down in the middle of nowhere with no cover, no shelter, no fire. I don't know. At least he could have gone underneath a tree or something. Again, this is believable. He is a Native American. He has spiritual ties to animals. I get it. This whole ninja thing, I'm not even going to complain about because it probably can't happen. He is a ninja. So, this whole thing here, it can, yeah, I like it. I like all this here. And then you see how big Cobra is in Springfield. This can actually happen. And then, yeah, I really like this issue a lot. This year, could have been done a little bit better, but, you know, for one page. And this here shows how big Cobra is, so I like that. So, in the end, it's a good issue. I like the way it was done. I'm going to start rating this. I'm going to rate this, I'm going to say 3 out of 5 stars. You know, let me know what you think in the comment section below, what you think it is. 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5, but I think it's a 3 out of 5. So, with that being said, I'll let you all go. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching my other videos. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Until next time, take it easy, stay good to each other. Bye.